Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to do a review of a fragrance which has really caught me by surprise. It is Zadig and Voltaire. This is Really Him. Now This Is Really Him has been released this year, and as I told you before, I've been sampling a lot of fragrances because I'm catching up, and this really surprised me. The moment I sprayed it, the moment I started testing it, I got totally stunned by what this fragrance has to offer. And I've been testing it for the last 2 months or so, maybe even further back. I started testing this in July, and it really surprised me on how beautiful the composition is. So let's start with the basics. This came out in 2024, and the parfumer is Natalie Lawson. Natalie Lawson has done a lot of amazing fragrances. I'm a massive fan of her, and I even christened her the queen of budget fragrances. There are numerous fragrances she's done. All of them, most of them, are in the budget category, and she produces, or she manages to produce, magical fragrances which don't cost too much. And that's why I have huge respect for Natalie Lawson. So, this is him. This is Really Him. So I've reviewed This Is Him while back. When I reviewed it, it was an unknown quantity in the FragCon. And after my review, people started talking about it, other reviewers reviewed it, and This Is Him is a superb smoky vanilla, woody smoky vanilla. This is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So once you spray it, the opening will seal the deal, and it never ceases to amaze. So it smells of bergamot and grapefruit mixed in a very creamy sort of a layer. It's very creamy bergamot, creamy grapefruit and orange blossom. So 3 amazing citrus notes with huge amounts of creaminess. So you're smelling it in a sort of an emulsified sort of way. It's very creamy. And then within about 5 minutes, the fragrance develops an ambery texture, almost like a sap. So it's like looking at a tree sap or a resin. It's like that. It's sappy, almost like picking figs. You know, when you pick figs, fig gives off a little milky lactonic discharge. It has that lactonic smell with the resinous sap-like feel. Okay, the fragrance is very dense right from the get-go, dense and thick, and that sap, the feeling and texture of a gum from a tree, is probably the closest I could get to in terms of texture. It's very gummy, you know, thick texture. And it has this metallic smell as well, which is what surprised me. It's so complex. That metallic smell is mixed with the creamy citruses I mentioned and an orange blossom. And that orange blossom is what I smelt in myself as well. It's a very strong orange blossom. That orange blossom gives the fragrance a fruity smell. It's a fruity, metallic, creamy, citrusy. So that's the smell. And then in 15 minutes or so comes the star of the show. This fragrance is all about Palo Santo. Palo Santo is a very famous wood in South America, Latin America. And it has a huge place in spiritual circles. So it is used to purify the air, purify your home. It's very famous in Latin America. And if you've ever smelt Palo Santo, which I have, you will become an instant fan of the smell. It's very creamy, very calming, very, very aromatic and woody, all at the same time. It's one of the most pleasant, like sandalwood, it's one of the most pleasant smells. And that's what you get. Palo Santo, with all the creamy texture, all the metallic smell, with orange blossom. It's a masterful creation, absolutely masterful. If this is bottled in a niche bottle, people will go mad about this fragrance. but at the moment, very few people talk about it. And the late dry down, it becomes a little bit more powdery, a bit more ambery. So the metallic smell goes back, the lactonic smell goes back, and it's more woody ambery. So it becomes a woody smell from a lactonic ambery smell, woody ambery smell. Beautiful, beautiful journey, really nice. The strongest character of this fragrance is that superb smell of Palo Santo, the calming, beautiful smell. Loved it. So, pros and cons. Number one pro, what a masterful creation. The uniqueness, woody smell is such a hard smell to get hold of because sometimes it wears off in the direction of Isoe Super, sometimes it becomes oud, but here it's none of that. It's Palo Santo with amberwood. It's absolutely beautiful creation. It's got everything, it's got everything going for it. Superb construction, smooth blending, high quality, masterful creation, all the positives. Second thing is the compliment factor. It smells so good and so calming and so friendly that I'd be surprised if you don't get a compliment if people smell this on you. And the third one is the most important thing, is superb performance. It has amazing longevity, great projection, and superb scent trail. It's a very dense smell, so you have to spray on your fabric and then you leave a fabulous trail, It's a professional smelling fragrance. Superb, really. So, downsides. Well, the only downside I can think of is that it's a very thick and dense smell, so you will not be able to wear it in anything less than cold weather. When it's cold, it smells amazing. When it's warm, it smells amazing as well. But it's so thick that it's difficult to wear. So wearability could be limited. I would say 9 months in a year. I've been testing it since July. 9 months in a year. And the second downside could be limited projection because it's a thick scent. So projection, I feel, would be medium to low rather than very high. Yeah. But it's a very well-made, high-quality fragrance that has brilliant longevity. So if you are more of a fan of longevity rather than projection, you would like this fragrance. It also has many facets, development, which is another great thing. So those are two downsides I can think of. Yeah. A compliment factor, superb. It smells amazing. It's a very calming, professional smell. You can wear this to a first date as well. So let's do occasions. Work, dates, first date, normal date, friend circle, social circle, partying, not clubbing, but partying, indoors. It doesn't have a huge amount of projection, so partying maybe if you want to, if you really like the smell. Seasons, autumn, winter, perfect. Maybe late summer as well, early spring, I do not know. I haven't been able to test it, but definitely spring and autumn. Performance I've covered, compliment factor I've covered, age groups, woody scents. Woody scents are a little bit mature, but this isn't. There's a lot of citrus here, and it's very creamy, right? And it's metallic as well. It's got this determined feel about itself. So I would say 20 plus. You can try it, test it out, see what you think of it. Normally, when I smell a woody smell, I normally think it's 30 plus. But here, there's a lot of citrus, a lot of metallic character, very modern, very, very calming, very soothing, very smooth. So anyone can benefit. You just have to dress up a little bit. I think just a little bit. It's an evening scent, day scent. I think it's a day scent as well. I've tried it during daytime, no problems. Very, very nice scent. Value for money. Currently, this is available for as less as £60 for 100 ml, which I think is a good price for a fragrance like this. But since it's Zadig and Voltaire, people are used to spending between 40 and 60 pounds, including myself. So I'll wait for a little while. When the prices slow down a bit, calm down a bit, between 40 and 60 for 100 ml is what I'd pay. Yeah. So value for money. Hi. This scent is amazing, quite unique. I haven't smelt many fragrances which do this combination. And this is, after all, Natalie Lawson, so Very unique, very well made fragrance, very smooth. Nice fragrance, you know. So I've covered all aspects. Marks out of 10. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's one of the most spectacular woody scents I've smelled in recent times, and the fragrance itself is high quality. Really well made scent. An 8 out of 10. I'm hoping you enjoy the review, fellas. If you do give it a like. Take care. Bye-bye.